I've been hearing Edgar since I was in, probably middle school, man. When Riding Dirty came out, man. For real. What's new with you, man? What's going on, man?
Man, look, I'm just loving life right now and reaping the blessings of the game that Pimp gave me. And that's the best way I can even describe it and look at it. Because a lot of things that he gave me, I'm using it today.
Yeah. And y'all are just cousins.
Yeah,
So you've been since growing up, since kids.
since kids. We used to have a little inside joke. We had an aunt and uncle by we called Ain't Being Uncle Joe. One time they got into a little fight and Ain't B threw the cookie jar at Uncle Joe. Cookie jar broke. We in the middle of the kitchen floor crying because all our cookies on the floor.
Fuck the fight.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So, man, you kind of serve more so like as photographer, and you know what I'm saying. Like, when does I guess I don't know, man. Just tell me about just how Pimp was, because I've had a couple people on here that have talked about him from different aspects, but not from somebody who's actually related to him. You know what I'm saying? Who've known him that long. When you talk about growing up with him and being able to see the evolution of him from the kid, because I read the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they talk
yeah,
about just how he just grew up and just evolved into from Chad Butler, this shy kid, into Pimp C, to
yeah.
the legend. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to be real with you, it took me a while to like Pimp C. I love Chad. I ain't like Pimp C too much. Like in the beginning, I didn't, but I grew and I understood the character versus Chad, and I had to learn how to separate the two.
It's always amazing to hear people talk about this, because to read it is one thing, but to hear somebody actually say, like, this really was two different people, like
Yeah, he he
completely two different people.
he was actually diagnosed with being schizophrenic. So he had all those characters you hear him talk about, like Sweet Jones, Tony Snow. That was who he was when he was in the studio. That's who his personality really was at that time. So you know, we got this me and Big Mun. He was one of the guys
Big
on it.
Mun, I know Big
Yeah,
Mun, yeah.
Big Mun couldn't stand Percy Mack.
Okay, who is Percy Mack? What kind of personality is that?
Man, Percy Mack was kind of like Huggy. He had a verse. It's like Percy Mack come through bourbon bubble gum blue, sipping with my crew, doing shit players do.
Hmm.
That nigga, that boy, he was a ass. He was just an asshole. But my favorite character was Tony Snow. Tony Snow was developed um, after he came home, and it was really a character from. I think he was something dealing with like the government, because Tony Snow, and when Bun called himself Big Dick Cheney, Dick Cheney was like a part of the cabinet of the president at that
Hmm.
time, and
Hmm.
Tony Snow was too. So Tony
Okay,
Snow.
see, I didn't know that. I always knew the big Dick Cheney. I'm like, okay, I get that from the politician aspect. I never knew who
Yeah,
Tony Snow
Tony
was.
Snow was also a part of that.
Hmm.
So that's where all that came from. So Pimp came out with Tony Snow first. Bun knew where he got it from, and he's like, it's Big Dick Cheney.
That's crazy, man. So okay, so Tony Snow,
Yeah.
that character you were
Yeah,
saying
Tony
that.
Snow was the one with the white mink and, just the real fly, vicious Don Juan type of pimp.
So what's the
And
difference between a Percy Mack pimp and a player and a Tony Snow?
Percy Mack was like one of them pimps that kind of,
Aggressive gorilla pimping,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And Tony Snow was the boss. He was fly. He just kind of was like, calling shots from a distance. But Percy Mack was the nigga that would come and kick your dough in.
Hmm.
So that's really was the difference with them two. Yeah, man.
But you look like you just thought about something like
Nah, it'll probably come back again to me.
all right.
I had a little thought, but it didn't worry about me.
Okay.
But yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Donnie Houston.